And take two.
Hey everybody, welcome to AK Geeks. This is our movie of the week, Halloween, month of horror and Halloween movies. With me I have Lynn.
What's up, everybody? It's a little deja vu here for me.
Yeah,
just like we just did this.
Yeah, it feels like we don't have Brendan here with us. We're trying to find him. Kind of worried about him. So if you guys have seen Brendan, let us know. This week we chose a movie voted on by Brendan and I. That's why we're surprised he's not here. Night of the Living Deb. Yeah, you guys heard me right. Deb, not dead. Deb. All right. Lynn, let's start with some of the positives. What do you like from this movie?
The actress.
You like Maria Thayer.
That's it.
She's in quite a few other films. Most notably for me, when I looked at her, I was like, I know her from somewhere. Right. It was from Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Really?
She's the newlywed couple with the dude from 30 Rock.
Yeah.
The redhead guy. I forget his name. But they're the couple that are newlywed, and that's her. And so
she's a lot funnier in this though.
so extrapolate on that, because I have things that I like and dislike about her character.
Oh, I feel the same way, but I think if I was going to say the one gem out of this whole movie, first of all, I hate the fact that it's considered, it was quoted along the same lines of Shaun of the Dead, because this is definitely not like Shaun of the Dead.
Shaun of the Dead is top
miles in comparison to that. This is like, whee! No. See, what I love about her is her utter sarcasm was brilliant. Whoever wrote her lines was awesome. I didn't like that she didn't take no shit. I didn't like that she was some feeble little crap, and the fact that actually the guy was more the feeble character. He was the downplayed,
Yeah.
But
what do they call it? The Marianne or whatever.
Yeah.
He's the one that needs saving.
Yeah. So, but I mean, overall, I love the general normal characteristics. Sometimes it got a little overbearing.
Yes.
Her interactions with him.
It started overbearing.
Yeah.
Oh, with him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the conversations with her and him were too much.
Okay.
I'm like, all right, done. Just move along. Move along. Because I liked her when she was just spouting out stuff. The moment they tried to swap it out and give it a little bit of motion, they lost me. I was like, nope, this movie doesn't need that.
I kind of agree with you with when they had too many moments alone with just her and him, and they tried to have too many conversations that were just like, it almost felt like they're trying to throw these lines in there for her, and it was too much.
Well, I think not to be fair to her, I think the guy that was playing off of her, he was very weak as far as his character.
Michael Cassidy,
as far as the lines.
Ryan Waverly.
Yeah, it's been like 10 days since we last saw the movie, so it's I'm not gonna remember shit, but I remember the gist of it.
I felt like with her character, there was too much at the beginning, a little too overbearing.
I think that was intentional, though.
The sarcasm that came on later on felt way better.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I love the sarcasm.
First 20 minutes.
Well, at the beginning, she came off needy. She was very needy. She was very like, oh, I don't want to talk to him or what have you. And her girlfriend pushes her into that.
Yeah, but you know what's weird about the movie, and this is why I kind of had issue with it, is because somewhere after about 15 to 20 minutes, there was a flip that was switched, right? But we never saw the flip of the switch. There wasn't anything that happened in the movie that caused her character to be like, I'm just gonna be.
I think the switch came when they were having having the one conversation in the car that led to the argument. Before they got before they got to her best friend's shop.
Okay.
Like from the best friend's shop on is where she started. You know what? I'm just gonna be me. You know. Okay. Because before that, she was all about, oh, you saved me, or what have you. Like, you know,
there
the
was
whole fire scheme.
There that I couldn't put my thumb on it.
Yeah.
Where it was, I couldn't pinpoint it. That's just what I felt. But I did feel like there was something in there where all of a sudden her character, it was almost like her character had different lines.
Yeah.
It almost felt like a different writer, at least to me. And I liked her character much better after that. because then she was more sarcastic. She did seem like she wasn't just a dingus and not an idiot. And she was bright, especially at the end when she does her soliloquy about on the air.
Yeah.
You know. What else? Anything else about her character that you particularly enjoyed?
No, like I said, I think we were purposely supposed to think of her as too much at the beginning, because of her infatuation with the guy.
There was one thing that they stated, and she says it later on in the film. She says, "I'm always," or I don't remember where exactly she said in the film, but she says like, "I'm always saying the wrong things." I get that if you're always saying the wrong things, that's fine. Yeah. But I felt like at the beginning when they were having her say the wrong things, it was way overboard. Like there was a part where she goes, she says her name and her name's wrong, but then he says Deborah. He goes, "Oh wow, that's actually my name." Yeah. Like some of that overboard stuff right there. I was like, even though she's saying the wrong things, I felt like that was still pretty normal. But then there was points where it would go up and down and up and down. Yeah. And there was a point where it normalized for me.
Yeah. With
the character.
But I think, like I said, I think that was intentional for her to be a little over the top at the beginning.
Yeah.
And then come settled down. And I think, like I said, it happened in that car ride to her friend's shop. She's another character I liked. I loved, and her friend didn't have a lot of lines, but I wanted to know more about her, and I felt so bad that he turned her into a zombie, because from the phone call that she leaves her, she saw so much. You can see where the sarcasm comes and why they hang out, because she's like, "Hey, you break it, you buy it," and she's like fighting him off, and you're hoping she survives, but then you see her in the Christmas shop, and she's like turned. I'm like, oh.
It would have been nice to see a little bit more from her, aside from being a zombie. It would have been nice. She had, I feel like they could have possibly bounced off of each other better.
Yeah, I think the two of them would have worked out real nice.
I actually, Chaz, I like the Chaz character, the brother.
Oh,
and he's
I like him because I've seen him.
I like him as an actor too. I like him in other movies. He's also in the movie Girl Next Door. He was also in the one with Ryan Reynolds, loses weight. Best friends. Yeah. I like him as a comedic actor.
So do I, but I hated him in this. I hated him in this.
You didn't like him? I liked him in this.
Here's why. I saw him as every other character he played before. There was nothing to separate him from anything I've seen him in before. He's the overbearing, instead of little brother, he was the bigger brother. That's the only difference. Other than that, he played the same role that he was in Best Friends. And I'm like, oh, this is too much.
In Best Friends, he was,
the little brother.
I could see where you're getting that from, because definitely there's like a portion of that.
There's a lot of similarities.
In that, yeah. But even then, I still appreciated his character because it was a different style, you know? At least from Best Friends,
and I'm sorry, even though his younger brother, is a little flamboyant for me. You know, he's too prissy.
He's a little metro.
He's prissy. I'm not dealing with the hipster language. He's prissy, and he agrees to call him out on that. But at the same time, he's too much of a douchebag for me to like.
The younger brother or the older brother?
No, the older brother, his character. Because he's sleeping with his brother's girlfriend.
It happened one time.
No. That's what
they said. It happened one time, let it go.
No, it wasn't one time.
She actually, Sid Wilder, she's Stacy. She actually does a lot of comedy stuff on, she's been on a few things on Funny or Die, I think. Okay. As well as some other things. She's done some modeling. I liked her. I liked her little.
She's very flat for me.
I liked the whole little, which was over the top, mind you. The whole little, what's it? Sleepless in Seattle thing, where she's at the dinner table.
Yeah.
The fake, the moaning and groaning, jumping on the bed. I actually thought that was interesting, but I did at the same time when that happened. I thought, with that happening, I thought like that was paint by color, paint by numbers. It was paint by numbers with what happened there, with what happened that followed with Deb leaving, and I was like, okay, we're getting to cookie cutter, and it's exactly what you'd expect to happen, you know?
Yeah.
And so I was a little disappointed in how they went right there with that. I did like something towards the end when Deb is bit, right? And there she's like talking, oh, I'm so hungry, I want to bite your arm and all that stuff. And then the CDC guys come through like, what are you, idiots? You can't pass the zombie virus through blood. You'd have to have an open sore in your mouth,
no,
gushing.
Yeah, you can't transfer it through saliva. Is how they said it.
You'd have to have an open sore in your mouth, gushing blood. You know, and I was like, and then you think about it like, good on you guys. I like that.
I thought that was cool too, especially considering that they made sure that, hey, it's a water virus. It wasn't some. It didn't start from being bitten. We don't have a patient zero.
Yeah, I like that because also too, it's different than every other movie. Like, and also in that moment, it's almost like they're putting their thinking cap on and trying to be smarter than everybody.
But at the same time, you know what they do? They're also taking away every zombie that she hit with her car on the way to his parents' home. She just killed a bunch of innocent people for no reason.
Yeah, well, and they don't, and they say that they're working on a.
No, they said it was curable.
They said it was curable.
Yeah, because that's what
Because if you notice, they're only zapping the zombies with electric.
Yeah.
At that moment, they were zapping them with electric, like a stun gun, and but next thing you know, are you sure? Because they started bombing the city.
Yeah.
But they started bombing the city.
No, they were bombing the water plant. Yeah, because that's where the source of the problem was the water.
I didn't get that from that scene. I was like, why are they bombing the city? Okay, all right. So that's what. Okay, now that makes sense. Now that makes sense. Okay. I liked what. I mean, let's get into an overall thought process of this film. I didn't hate the film.
No, I didn't either.
I thought it had ups and downs. This is something stupid. It's a stupid film that you put on in the background. Kind of like Tales of Halloween. Put it on the background and just do your own thing, and every now and then you turn back to it. Oh shoot, or joke.
It's one of those movies that even if you have it in the background, the audio will turn around and make you go like, "What? Did she really say that? Like, really?"
Yeah, it's not scary.
No, it's not. It's nowhere.
It's more comedy than horror.
It's very campy.
Super campy, and it's and like you said, where you said that you read that it was like on the level of Shaun. You didn't say this, but they were saying it's like Shaun of the Dead.
Right. They call it a crowd pleaser in the mold of Shaun of the Dead. Was the exact poster.
They tried to put it in the mold of Shaun of the Dead, but that was I will respectfully disagree with that.
Yeah, they only ripped off the Shaun of the Dead poster. If you look at the movie poster for Night of the Living Dead, and then I could show you one of the movie posters for Shaun of the Dead, it's the exact.
Put Shaun's name on there.
Yeah.
I get that. Yeah. All right. So, was there anything glaring negative that you? I mean, because we've kind of been throwing negatives in there as well. But was there anything glaring that you want to throw out about this one?
Well, the plot was all over the place, but that's trivial. There was nothing like really diehard for me to be like, oh my god, really? It was. I knew to leave my brains on the counter because this was not a thinking movie. So I just wanted to enjoy. And it's funny because I was watching it with Susan came in, started watching a little bit with me, and I think she ended up finishing a good third of the film with me. And then she got up because she had to do stuff, but it grabbed her for a little bit. So it's definitely one of those movies that it'll grab you if you watch it. If you take it at face value and don't think too much into it.
I definitely would say that this is one of those. I just called it a stupid film. It is a dumb film. It's a dumb movie. It's not trying to be a smart thinking movie like Inception. It's not trying to be better than Night of the Living Dead. It's not, and apparently they tried to use the mold of Shaun of the Dead, but I don't think they were successful in that aspect.
Yeah.
Because the characters, for the most part, not all the characters were really like home runs. I don't think any of them were home runs. Even
it's like, except Eb
was come and go kind of.
Yeah, everybody except for her. She was like the only one that was really fleshed out, and we didn't know everything about her.
No, she's the strongest character. She's probably the strongest character in the film.
And I think that was done purposely.
I don't think she's I don't think she's a home run at all. but her character is the strongest, like, developed character, I guess. But like you said, we still, I mean, what did we know about her? We knew that
we knew where her mother was. That's it.
Yeah, and we knew that she had an old school phone that probably had Snake on it.
That was great.
And we know, but from her having that phone, when she gives him, "Oh wait, call your girlfriend," and like we learned something about her in that aspect because she does take the time to memorize the phones about people that she cares about or things of that nature. Those little things. So we do find a couple things out about her. She's probably the most fleshed out. I mean, the guy Ryan Waverly, the guy she's with. We learn a lot of stuff about him and his family as well, but even then, we still kind of view him as a secondary character.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, what would you say grade-wise, Lynn? And what would you do with this film again?
What would I do with this film?
Yeah, would you put it on, watch it? Would you?
Oh yeah, if I'm just looking to kill time and just, this is something I'll put on, or like if I need something to fall asleep to, because like I said, this is not.
It's a great compliment.
No, here's why. I like to fall asleep in the bedroom to stuff that I like, that I don't have to worry about if I don't finish it all the way through. Like,
I actually totally understand you when you say that, because when I was younger, when I was just out of high school, got my first TV, I had a timer on it. I put the timer on and put it on the news or Jay Leno, and fall asleep to whenever I put it on for 30 minutes, an hour.
Yeah,
and
that's
just
what
fall
I do.
Asleep.
That's what I do.
So
I
understand what you mean by that.
So yeah, because I've done it with certain movies that I love or can afford to just, I could watch over and over again. Scott Pilgrim right now is one that if I don't have anything in mind, I'll throw it on, set the timer, and then just watch it. If I fall asleep, I don't have to worry about it because I know it so well. But this is one that I could sit and just leave it on, not worry about it. I would give it a B-, just because of character development is the only real issue that I have with it. Other than that, it's funny. It's not perfect. I think if the plot and the characters were more developed, more fleshed out, it would have been a little bit easier to deal with. But yeah, I'm not going to fault it for anything less. So B-, almost a C.
Okay, I would give it a C. I think it has room for improvement. I think it has room for improvement. The writer Andy Seltzer, the director Kyle Rankin, they did what they could, I guess. The quality of the film was, like, the production value. It wasn't terrible. It was pretty good quality. There was nothing glaring that stood out to me, like the zombies or whatever you want to call them. They weren't like terrible looking. They looked decent. There were
definitely not horror zombies.
Yeah, and I mean there was moments where they go, "Oh, are these the Night of the Living Dead zombies or the 28 Day Later zombies?" And like, no, look at that one's over there. It's like they're Night of the Living Dead zombies.
She goes like, "See, that one's walking slow, like it's autistic like, or something." He's like, "Wait, he is autistic."
No, she says cerebral palsy.
Yeah, cerebral palsy. Yeah, he does have cerebral palsy.
He does have cerebral palsy. So I mean, there are moments where like that I was laughing.
Yeah.
And then there's other moments where it definitely has its highs and lows. Because of that, I give it a C. It has room for improvement. It's not horrible. It's not #horror. It's
nothing to do that.
Which is the low bar of everything we ever watched from now on. Yes. So I give it a C. Give it a C.
Yep.
Okay, so any last words, Lynn, on Night of the Living Deb?
Just go with it at face value and don't use your brain on it. Just take it for what it is. I still say check it out and get your own opinion on it.
It was rated. I don't see a rating on it if it was rated R or PG-13. I don't recall too many, if any, curse words. Do you?
Right. There's a couple in there, but nothing major.
Yeah, I don't recall too much at all. It's not scoring high on IMDb, which you can set your clock by IMDb scores, right?
I'm not surprised.
Yeah. So it's something that put on in the background. Try to enjoy it. Just turn your brain off. It's a little funny zombie flick, right?
Yep. Nothing too serious. It's when you want to shut your brain off for a little bit. Definitely the movie to use this for.
All right, so you guys, we're probably going to be getting you guys another movie of the week. No, we're going to be getting you guys another movie of the week for horror Halloween. Next week on Tuesday, which is Halloween, maybe we'll be dressed up. You never know.
I know I will be, because I'll be done trick-or-treating with the kids, so I'm not jumping out of clothes, so...
If you do it, I'll do it. I'll
be dressed, because I always get dressed with the kids when I go out with them.
Yeah, I'll put something on, and we'll do a movie. We don't have that one decided just yet, but we're going to look into some stuff. But stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for the podcast on Thursday. Yep. That'll be live coming at you through Spreaker, as well as, what else, Lynn?
iTunes and Google Play.
Yes. Join us all in those places. Give us the 5 stars. Give us a comment.